Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and a very good day to everyone. My name is Ahmad Shahnun bin Ibrahim. I'm a PhD candidate from Putra Business School. Currently, I'm pursuing PhD in finance. So today, I'll be presenting to you in my conference, ISBEC 2025, regarding the topic exploring the developmental consequences of cross-border capital leakages. So before we go further into the technical parts of our study, so let me first walk to you through the background and the purpose of this research. So to begin with, the many actually in this topic, uh, we have many developing economies actually continue to experiencing the persistent outflows of capital through unrecorded or poorly regulated channels. So these outflows, what we can see, the term also we can use as capital leakages that will reduce the funds that available for public investment, and that once will limit the country's capacity to finance in long-term developmental. So why actually in this previous studies we have examined this issue through specific lens such as tax evasion or corruption. So very few have taken a holistic in macroeconomic view. So before I will divide into the research gap and objective, I believe this is important to highlight the broader context in which the problem exists in our area. Okay, so now I would like to provide a bit more about the research background. So the developing countries are facing the challenges from large capital outflows. Sometimes they are often unmonitored. So due to the limited regulatory oversight, these leakages actually continue to erode the domestic fiscal capacity. And some over time, actually they will reduce um the public sector investment and lower the potential for long-term economic growth. So therefore, we have a proper understanding of this leakage, like essential for designing the policies that can promote the sustainable development, okay, especially in developing countries. All right. So now we go to outline about the problem statement. Um, Many existing studies, okay, such we have here Johansson, Zuckman 2014, Al-Bashir et al. 2016, and also Cospendius 2015. They have a focus on tax evasion, okay, and money laundering or corruption as like a separate issues. However, they aggregate macroeconomic impact of these capital leakages, particularly on long-term GDP growth, they have remained unexplored in the literature. So furthermore, they have some have a limited number of empiricals, especially in the context of developing countries, which incorporate both of institutional and economic variables within a unified panel data framework. So actually this study address that gap by investigating how capital leakages constrain economic development, which trajectories of the economy over time. All right. Here is the research question and also the research objective about this study. So the research question is there a significant relationship between cross-border leakages and economic growth in developing countries? And my research objective is to examine the relationship between cross-border capital leakages and economic growth in developing countries. So this form actually this the foundation of the entire studies. So, and then to give you all a clear picture of how I try to conceptualize this relationship. So let me walk you through this framework. This is my conceptual framework. So sorry. So actually, the model proposed that capital leakages reduce the public investment, and which is the lower investment in turn can slow down the economic growth, and this process may also weaken the governance structure due to reduce the state capacity. So this framework actually provides as a simplified view of the causal mechanism, which I intend to explore through the empirical analysis. Okay, so this is the significance of study. I will explain briefly. Okay, so actually the first one, it will contribute the existing literature by offering a broader empirical lens to the study capital leakages. So the second one, the finding we are expected to support the international discussion on financial integrity and some also called as a capital flight. And the last one is the outcome of the study can serve as a reference for the policymakers that in strengthening the regulation and reducing the macroeconomic vulnerabilities. All right. So now let's take a look about some of the key literature that support this research. We have Nikumana et al. 2015, which is stress about how leakages reduce the fiscal capacity. And also Carr and Spenger's 2015 highlight that over $1 trillion exit the developing countries annually, more than what they receive in foreign direct investment, also called as FDI. So also the study from Gusaravo 2024 and also OC SCB et al. They also point out that weak institutional structures have often enabled this outflow. And why on economic growth? We have research from Naomi in 1995 and also Badwan 2024 that highlight how the financial depletion can affect the national income and inclusive the development. So actually, these studies form the empirical foundation for my research model. Okay. So now let me show to you about the research methodology. So here I will presenting about the data that I will use, which I will use take the secondary data from WDI, okay, from the International Monetary Finance World Economic Outlook, which the data set covers in developing countries. We have expected from 1996 to 2020. So the variable related on this issue is about the capital outflow, okay, indicators such as corruption, okay, tax abuse, and also with the financial crime. And also I will apply the technique including the stationary test, Granger causality and vector autoregression test the relationship using the e-views. All right. Now here, this is my last slide. So this is my conclusion about the expected finding on my study. Um, so that one it is anticipated that capital leakages actually will exhibit the negative relationship with long-term economic growth. Okay, and the persistent leakages are likely to reduce the fiscal space and hinder the public investment. So, and that one can slow down the productivity growth in some countries, especially in developing countries. Furthermore, the countries with weaker institutional framework are expected to suffer greater adverse impact. So, actually, this finding on my study will contribute the empirical evidence to the literature and support the global policy efforts so to combat the capital leakages. Okay, so that's all on my conference recording in this is back 2025. So thank you so much, okay, for those of you who are interesting to hearing about the my topic. Okay, thank you so much.